They weren't just three rappers, they were one instrument. A cadence built like a drum roll, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, tumbling over hi-hats in perfect sync. People would call it the triplet flow. For them, it was just the way the words fit the beat. Uncle, nephew, cousin. Three voices, one pattern, and a sound Atlanta had never heard this clean. North of the city, subdivisions, small studios, bedrooms turned into booths. Out here, they built the flow like mechanics. Quavo setting the pocket, Takeoff locking the inner rhythm, Offset slicing the ends. It wasn't about punchlines. It was precision. A relay race where nobody dropped the baton.
I think what's really amazing is how many people now rap like that.
Oh yes, it didn't change rap forever.
You know what I'm saying, all genres, even if you listen to it, if you don't think you hear it, I hear it. You know what I'm saying, it's in everybody's verses, it's in everybody's songs in some type of way, from R&B, country to pop, and it's flooding the hip hop game. You can't hear a song without a verse sounding like the Migos or with that flow. So, I mean, that's how everybody rapping right now. And they need to at least give us credit, because they know where it came from. We changed the game, we put our foot in the game the hard way, and we just some young niggas, just respect it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going around trying to cut no artist's head off and taking the swag. So you might as well go ahead and pay homage.
On the early tapes, the triplet was more than a style. It was strategy. Short phrases, clipped syllables, call and response inside a single verse. Hooks that felt like chants. The beats gave them space. The flow filled every gap. In rooms with 20 people and a speaker on 10, the cadence did what marketing budgets couldn't. It made strangers remember.
Asking P a little while ago how he felt about how y'all feel about these niggas copying y'all flow, like where y'all at with it.
Young trendsetter, man, you know how we do it. We rappers you want to be 30.
Oh, that's my joint, right? I just tell him about old ass raps.
You know what I'm saying?
Old ass raps.
Steal your rip nigga, man. Yeah, I need to copy it, man. We just swerve lanes with y'all nigga when y'all niggas try to copy.
Hit the blanket then first. No, I want to hit the blanket, but then you gonna come follow behind.
Yeah, man, just swerve lanes with y'all.
Then it clicked. A record where the flow and the hook were the same heartbeat.
I know that you like it. Versace, my neck and my wrist is so sloppy.
Versace turned the cadence into a brand. Clubs couldn't sit still. The remix cosign blasted it past Atlanta, but the truth is, the triplet had already taken over the room before any superstar touched it. The flow wasn't riding the beat anymore. The beat was chasing them. People argued about who invented what. They didn't argue about impact. The triplet became shorthand for a whole era, a language other rappers started speaking. But for the three that forged it, the cadence was more than a trick. It was family chemistry you can't hire. Three voices, one click. The industry didn't just sign a rap group, they signed a machine. Quality control put money behind the sound, branding them as the Trap Beatles. The triplet flow wasn't underground anymore. It was packaged, marketed, exported. Migos weren't borrowing culture. They were selling it.
Say again?
You say I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
What you say?
You say I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
Yeah.
Do it look like I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
What'd you say?
Do it look like I'm left off Bad and Bougie?
Nah.
Raindrop, drop top.
2016, Bad and Bougie. Offset's triplet cadence on the hook turned into a meme, a catchphrase, a Billboard #1. What started in a Gwinnett bedroom was now the pulse of the world. The cadence didn't just dominate rap. It bled into pop, into internet culture, into slang. Culture, Culture 2, Culture 3. 3 albums named after the very thing they believed they owned. Each project was less about music, more about proof. The triplet flow had gone global. Kendrick used it. Cole used it. Even pop stars slipped into the cadence. It wasn't just music. The cadence synced with their image. The jewelry hit like ad-libs. The flows fit designer names like Hooks, Versace, Givenchy, Chanel. Triplets turned labels into lyrics, lyrics into lifestyle. Rap wasn't just watching. Rap was imitating. By the late 2010s, they weren't chasing culture. They were culture. 3 voices, 1 cadence, shaping an entire genre in their image. But every dynasty hits a moment where the crown feels heavy. For Migos, the flow that carried them to the top was about to face cracks no rhythm could cover. The triplet flow only worked because they were in sync. But the first crack came when Offset got locked up. Quavo and Takeoff kept the cadence alive, two voices filling in the gaps. But without the third, the rhythm wasn't whole. What started as chemistry now felt like survival.
It's kind of weird because when I interviewed y'all, Offset was in jail.
Yeah.
And then he got out, and now I'm interviewing y'all again, and Offset's in jail again.
Yeah, most definitely. You see it right now, but he gonna be back soon. You know what I mean? That's my brother. He just, you know what I'm saying, going through it. So, you know what I mean?
Well, you know, probation violation, they're gonna send you back.
Yeah, I just gotta move right, keep God first, and just move right, man. I know what I need to do as a man, and I shouldn't be around. That ain't nothing. I just did probation. I had just got off that probation from the last time I was locked up in January before I got locked up in April, and I did 2 years of that, and I got off without no trouble. I could do it. It just, you know, I just had to sit down because it was something God wanted to talk to me about, I guess. I had to sit down and figure and look at things different. What I could lose, my consequences could be different from everybody because to each his own.
Behind the charts and the jewelry, business was rotting. Contracts with quality control became whispers in every interview. Who was really eating? Who was really signed? When your empire is built on family, money arguments cut deeper. The triplet flow stopped sounding like unity. It started sounding like debt. Then came Cardi B. Offset's love became Offset's distraction. The world saw headlines, weddings, drama. Quavo and Takeoff saw their third voice slipping. The flow was no longer 3 against the beat. It was 2 holding the line, while one fought battles outside the booth.
Let's get it. Hop off a 16 passenger, just a G5, no, that's not a challenge.
In 2022, Quavo and Takeoff made it official. No Offset, just Unk and Few. They called the album Only Built for Infinity Links. For fans, it was fire. For family, it was confirmation. The triplet flow was broken. What started as one cadence was now 2 duos fighting for survival. The irony was brutal. The flow that made them untouchable couldn't keep them together. Behind the hits were bruises, family bruises, business bruises, loyalty bruises. And before they could heal, fate would make the final cut.
Yo, we sliding through the town, man. Sliding through the town. How we get down? Got the birthday boy with me. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, we on the 5th.
October 31st, 2022, Houston, Texas. A private party at 810 Billiards and Bowling. Quavo and Takeoff, together as Unk and Few, moved through the night with entourages, dice games, and whispers of money on the floor. The room was crowded, but the vibe wasn't family. Arguments cracked through the noise. Quavo's voice, usually smooth in the booth, was now sharp in the
basketball, bro. Come here, we just play basketball. You just saw me play basketball. Y'all niggas listen to the gym. Don't play like that. Hey, let go. I ain't finna sit.
Just after 2:30 a.m., the argument spilled out of control. Words turned into shoves. A single gunshot cracked the air, then a storm followed. Dozens scattered. Cell phones dropped. Glass shattered. In the blur of seconds, a bullet struck the one man who hadn't argued, hadn't fought, hadn't even raised his voice. Takeoff dropped to the floor. The silent Migo, the backbone of the Triplet flow, was gone before the beat could catch him. The same cadence that carried them from Gwinnett to the world was silenced in Houston, not by rivals, not by enemies, by chaos. The chaos ended, but the silence didn't. Outside 810 Billiards, cameras caught Quavo screaming for help. Sirens painted the street red and blue. For fans, the news hit before the blood even dried. Takeoff was gone at 28. The city of Houston reeled. Atlanta reeled harder. Weeks later, police charged Patrick Xavier Clark, a local promoter, with Takeoff's murder. Prosecutors called him the shooter. He pleaded not guilty, claiming self-defense. For the Migos story, there was no trial needed. The cadence was broken. A trio built on triplets would never rap in threes again.
With me, and we did everything together. Since we was kids, she been by my side, looking up at me with them eyes, same eyes you got as your sister. Changed the culture of music forever. You did that too. You changed that flow. That flow came from Tate, the originator. Waiting on me to make the next move, then you followed up right behind me. You always made sure I did it first, so you can do it right with me. You never competed with me. We was always on the same team because you hated playing against me because I always played too hard or too rough. And I can hear mama saying not too rough, son, because I ain't like to lose. We changed the music business.
Funeral processions replaced festival stages. Atlanta lined up in suits, not streetwear, to honor the quietest voice in the loudest group. Quavo broke first. His tribute letter called Takeoff Our Angel, a man who never let fame change his peace. Offset stayed silent for weeks. When he finally spoke, his voice cracked more than his flow ever did. I don't want to question God, but I just don't get you sometimes. Fans poured flowers, murals, and hashtags across the country. Everyone knew the truth. Without Takeoff, the Triplet flow was gone. The chemistry, the cadence, the family bond, silenced in Houston. Migos gave the world a language, the Triplet flow. 3 voices weaving into one rhythm, shaping rap for a generation. But family cracks, business fights, and fate itself broke what no rival could touch. Takeoff is gone. Quavo and Offset carry on. The cadence lives everywhere, but never again as it was. That's the legacy and the loss of the Migos.
Hey. You're looking at the plug. How to put my plug talk. Ooh, you know I got it.
Brought to you by Daily Plug.
Yeah.